Okay, this is dealing with relativity as a religion. I've found this lecture on relativity on the internet. It's called Relativity, and the idea is mixing waves into relativity. So hence the strange title. It's learning some secrets of relativity, pseudo-relativity and quantum theory. It's from the U of Arkansas, and it says here published November 12th 2014, and it's from a workshop at University of Arkansas, made Saturday, November the 8th. So I found this person in this little clips who actually mentions relativity being treated as religion, and he gets there after about 4 minutes. So bear with the talk for about 4 minutes, and he's going to talk about relativity as a religion. Here we go.
First students in this area. This is Salvador Baruza Lopez, who's working, as it says on there, pseudo-relativity of graphene. It's a very exciting field, and one that I don't know that much about, so we're going to be exploring that in this year that comes. And Edmund Harris from mathematics working in that same area. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start this show. And TC is the one that put together the graphics that you're going to see that's available on the web. So the thing that I put on your desk is a list of all URLs that could possibly reach the stuff that we're doing here today, and other stuff that we're pioneering in an attempt to clear the fog that I believe is the current understanding of relativity and quantum mechanics.
Like the term fog, so from his point of view there's a fog covering understanding of these subjects, and you could say it's just bad teaching of the subjects, but these physics people are being taught badly, hence what you could call a fog.
At the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, but also the rest of the world. So the question is, can we clarify that and perhaps simplify it? In fact, the better question is, can we clarify by simplifying? That's the faith that all mathematicians and theoretical physicists have. They're atheists after that. The main thing that I want to make sure that is understood here is how really badly the Galilean relativity fails for light waves. And this is the most worried picture of Galileo I could find.
I don't really agree with that too well. The subjects are not being covered properly. But anyway, carrying on, I want to get to the bit where he's going to admit Einstein's relativity as a religion.
And we're going to actually resurrect him in a beautiful way before we're done here. But I also want to make sense of this light wave speed limit, what it really means, how absolutely extraordinary that is, and then try to make it less extraordinary by replacing Einstein's what I call pulse wave axiom with Ken Evenson's continuous wave axiom, and he is the person that's responsible for making this number without a plus or minus, because it's now a definition of the meter, which can be measured less precisely than time by, well, now it's almost 10 orders of magnitude. This metrology is actually very fascinating. In any case, here's the old guy, Uncle Al, and it's his pulse wave axiom that I say everyone kind of knows it, bunch of trains going in all different directions and not seeing the speed of light with anything but the sea. And this is a showstopper intellectually. I always had problems with it until just very recently. As I taught the course, I'd make fun of it. I'd say this is a Roadrunner axiom. Go back to Chuck Jones' cartoons of the coyote, and this is the allegory for light. No matter what the coyote does, no matter what crazy rocket-powered skateboard unicycle he buys, the Roadrunner still goes, meet, meet, same speed.
What he's talking about is light speed constancy. The idea from Einstein is about light speed being a constant, and he's talking about it in terms of this cartoon, and it doesn't really make that much sense. Why should it be constant? And he's going to go into that.
And you see, the relativity of Galileo is that if I see a room full of people that I want to get moving and they're kind of lazy, I can arrange that. I could get all of you to move 3 miles an hour in that direction by simply walking 3 miles an hour in this direction. Now all you people are moving at 3 miles an hour. And the idea of Galileo is that I'm doing that not just to you, but every particle and thing in the universe. Except light, where it fails.
The except light is what Einstein's sort of like introduced to it. From Galileo's physics, you wouldn't really make that sort of thing. It was Einstein who introduced that, so.
No matter what speed I go this way, the thing is still going to be going c by me. That's extraordinary. And it's really a black eye on the theorists of all these years, that they don't try to make this clear. It just says, Uncle Al said it must be right. That's a religion.
Is that the word he said? That's a religion. So that's what they sort of teach. Most of the teaching is along the words of Albert Einstein has said that the speed of light is constant, and that seems to be good enough. And as he pointed out, that is religion. So when it comes to teaching physics, a lot of the time they're just teaching it like a religion. They're teaching it that Albert Einstein said something and they're just going by that. And that's not science, that's a religion. And he's admitting that there. So you don't often get people admitting that. You've got a lot of dissidents who like to point out that Einstein's special relativity and so forth isn't proper science, it is religion. A lot of dissidents have complained about it being religious rather than being science, and this person here is admitting that to some extent, that the way that is often taught Einstein's relativity, special and general, is as a religion. It's taught, Einstein says this, and they're just taking that as faith. And that is not proper science. He's now going to carry on a bit more.
We're in science. We doubt everything, including what I'm saying today. Okay?
So that's science, you doubt everything. And that's what he wants to carry on with in the rest of this talk. He wants to doubt things and carry on from that perspective. But I don't want to go into that. I disagree with lots of other things he's going to say from now on. What I'm pointing out is that here we have an admission here that Einstein's relativity has been taught as a religion by this person. Now some people who teach Einstein's relativity might not be teaching it in that way as a religion, but a lot of the time Einstein's relativity has been taught as a religion, where what the teacher says to you is Einstein says so and so, and you just got to accept it. Got to accept it like a religion. Accept it as a religious statement. And if you were doing science, you would be critical of that. So just making religious claims is not science. If I can pick it up again, just to highlight it.
They want to get moving, and they're kind of lazy. I can arrange that. I could get all of you to move 3 miles an hour in that direction.
This is Galileo's relativity of speeds and velocities and so forth.
By simply walking 3 miles an hour in this direction. Now all you people are moving at 3 miles an hour. And the idea of Galileo is that I'm doing that not just to you, but every particle and thing in the universe. Except light, where it fails miserably. No matter.
And he says it fails miserably, which is false. I've looked into that, and really, if you're going from Einstein's claims, well, actually it starts off with just a claim about the light speed being constant, and then he just sort of like makes a big mess of things in all other directions, and so it's just a mess, really. Einstein makes his claim and then makes a mess, and so when this person thinks Einstein is correct, so he's basically wrong on that. And I've done other videos that highlighted the problems with Einstein's special relativity. So putting that aside, we're getting now on to him coming up to admit that the way it's taught, has often been taught, is as a religion.
What speed I go this way, that thing is still going to be going C by me. That's extraordinary.
Yeah, that's extraordinary, and that's the sort of thing that Einstein's relativity, special relativity and that so forth, is making. It's an extraordinary claim.
And it's really a black eye on the theorists of all these years, that they don't try to make this clear. It just says, Uncle Al said it must be right.
Yeah, black eye on theorists that don't make it clear. So it's these people who sit at a relativity class, the teacher's up there teaching on relativity, and the students go, what? That was just nonsense what the teacher has just said. And that is a valid conclusion to make, because what has been stated to them is a religious statement. They've been told something, that Einstein said something, and they're not being given any reason to believe that. And I and other people have actually looked into the supposed reasons for why that claim is made, and it's just nonsense, really. It doesn't add up. This claim of light speed being constant just doesn't add up, really. There's no reason for it. It's just a mess.
That's a religion.
Yeah.
We're in science.
Yeah, he's saying that's a religion, and that's the way most of the time it has been taught as a religion. And so that's basically the point I'm being trying to make. Thank you.